Hey gang, what's up? Welcome back here to another edition of Intuitive Angling, and really appreciate you guys checking today's video out, making some time for it. And today, guys, we're going to be talking about the most ridiculous rule that Bassmaster has ever instituted in the history of the organization since it started back in 1967. This is a little bit of history for everybody out there, so we're going to get into that in today's video. Also, guys, just a quick reminder, you guys may have been hearing me talk about it the last couple days. You guys know that Intuitive Angling is now partnered with Tackle Warehouse as an affiliate partner there. And one of the best way, or probably the best way you can help the channel out if you want to support what's going on, is to use the Tackle Warehouse link that I put in my description. If you look at my Intuitive Angling homepage, right there at the top, it says Tackle Warehouse, and it says more after that. If you use that particular link that I provide there, if you ever have to buy any tackle from Tackle Warehouse, that's a really good way to support the channel. Is we get a small commission off of those sales there. So if you just need some tackle and want to help the channel, that's the best way you can do it. So much appreciated. Okay, guys. So one of the things that I've sort of feel responsible for a little bit, or maybe want to share, is I think that one of the things that's important for veterans like myself that have been part of the tournament circuit forever is to sort of pass along some things from the past so we don't forget about that. I'm a really big believer in the fact that I think that it's important that the younger anglers today have an understanding of the history of the sport, particularly Bassmaster, where it came before. I think that that's just sort of, that's a respect that is due to those people that came before us and sort of paved the way. So one of the things I want to do in this video is I want to share a rule that Bassmaster used to have in existence. It was a semi-unwritten rule. Nevertheless, they did enforce it. And guys, prior to 1996, Bassmaster had a rule for the Bassmaster Classic qualifiers that if you qualified for the Bassmaster Classic, you could not bring your girlfriend or your fiance to stay with you at the tournament. Now, let me preface that a little bit. I'll sort of tell you how it worked out here. Back years ago, it's not like that now, but when you qualified for the Bassmaster Classic, Bass provided everything. They flew you out, they paid for your plane ride, flew you out to the tournament site. They had boats waiting for you. Everybody had identical rig boats. They provided our lodging at usually one of the nicest hotels in the host city that we're staying at. Free food, everything. It was a big deal. I mean, it was really incredible being a part of that as far as the spread they laid out for the anglers. Top-notch entertainment, all that type of stuff. So anyway, Bassmaster, they provided lodging for us at no charge, but one of the rules that we had in our tournament packs, if you're a tournament competitor in the Classic, you were not allowed to have your girlfriend or your fiance stay with you in the same room. The only way you could is if you were married. And for the Bassmaster Classics that I qualified for in 1986, 1989, 1990, 1992, and 1996, that was in effect. Nobody, anybody out there, you couldn't bring your girlfriend or your fiance to the tournament and have them stay with you, or you could possibly be disqualified for the tournament. Now, what happened is this didn't get much of a blowback until like 1996, and then people started saying, it's like after that tournament, they said, Bassmaster has no right to be like the morality police here. This is the absolutely archaic law. This is something that probably should have been that was in effect in 1950. It has no place anymore in society, because anglers out there, their girlfriends and their fiancés, they support them all year long. They're with them all year long. They've been part of the process qualifying for the Classic, and to exclude them and to sort of like ostracize them, saying you can't stay in the same room with them, was absolutely ridiculous. So anyway, a bunch of the anglers got together and put together a petition, basically just said how ridiculous this law was, or the rule of that. And they changed it the next year. They changed it where, there was no limitations on who could stay with you in your own room. But anyway, I thought that was sort of an interesting part of the history in the past as far as rules that they used to have that have changed. There's obviously a lot of other rules out there that a lot of tournament organizations have that probably need to be eliminated or changed or added. But that's sort of part of the deal. When you have a tournament organization, I don't care if it's Bassmaster or MLF or anybody that is run as a business, a lot of times that stuff's not taken into consideration. Every decision that is made is basically, seen as a biz decision. And obviously, at the time, Bassmaster thought that there was, like I said, that they felt society was still so archaic that somebody would be offended by the fact that one of the Bassmaster Classic qualifiers, God forbid, had their girlfriend or their fiance staying with them in the same room. So anyway, I just wanted to pass that along. I thought it was sort of funny, and thankfully that doesn't exist anymore out there. But thanks for tuning in to the video, guys. We'll talk later.